Aloha everybody, this is Dr. BethAnne KW and this is this week's Wednesday Akashic Wisdom. So an overall reminder for the month of July is we were told by the Akashic Records that this is a month where we're going to be stepping into our personal power in bigger ways, owning our truth in bigger ways, and moving forwards on our paths with more intention and clarity. The energy this month felt really big, and it felt like if we can harness it and harness our focus and point our attention in the direction we want to go, that we could potentially work with this energy to really make some big strides at this time, or to start to lay the groundwork that we need to lay in order to set ourselves up for what we want to grow the second half of the year. And our guidance for this week in particular is all about vision and shifting our focus when we feel like we are beginning to focus on the things that we do not want to create in our life, and instead change our attention to what we want to create instead. It feels like right now it's so easy to fall into fear-based or lack-based consciousness, and it's just kind of human nature to think about what we don't want to happen and to worry and to deal with the energy of anxiety in our lives. And a lot of the guidance that's been coming through for me to share with others is about how can we shift our focus away from that and really begin to focus on how can we create our most joyful life and what would that look like. And when we find ourselves falling into those old patterns and those old stories, inviting ourselves to think about how could I create a new story? How could I think about this differently? And what is the core of what I want to experience in life? And that might be a really specific dream for you, or something you're wanting to manifest and bring out into the world. And that could just be, I want my experience to be more joyful. I want it to be lighter. I want there to be more ease and grace to it. I want to feel more connected to a community and feel like I'm more plugged in. So there's always an entry point when we think about what vision do we want to create. Even if we don't know the bigger picture, there's always a way to at least work with the experience and to meet ourselves where we're at and think about, well, what would I at least like to experience in life right now? This week, we are heading into Leo season tomorrow on the 22nd. Leo season invites all of us to step into our natural greatness, to stand in the spotlight in the ways that we can, and to shine and not dim our light. And I love the synergy in that message because the record said that this was not the month to dim to fit in. This was the month to allow ourselves to be a fuller expression and to not stop ourselves from doing the things that offer us growth opportunities and allow us to become that bigger expression. So Leo supports that. It's all about our inner sun and embracing our vitality and finding boldness and finding the courage to shine with more depth and more force in the ways that we can. And it's simple enough to shine if you're even home alone and you're having a day all by yourself. You can choose to use some of that time to send kindness into the world, or to drop a note that sends love to somebody else, or to embrace self-care for yourself and fill yourself back up with mindful things. There's always a way to work our light, no matter where we are and where we're at. And we do have a full moon coming up on Friday or Saturday. It's the full moon, and it's Friday. It's the full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarian energy invites us to be visionaries, to think outside of the box and think about how we can do things differently, to be individuals who listen to our inner authority and think about what can I bring out into the world that's going to contribute to the greater good. So I feel like this moon energy ties in so beautifully with this idea this week of shifting our focus and thinking about the vision that we want to create. And I hope you have a magical full moon. I would love to know how the energy is showing up for you right now and what might have resonated from this video. Go ahead and drop me a comment in the note section below. And if you'd love to know more about the Akashic Records, you can find out more info at my website, BethAnneKW.com. I have a free monthly offering called Akashic Magic, where you can access the reading and the audio transmission for the collective and understand what energies will you be working with as you move into the month. Thank you so much for joining me, and with that, I'm wishing everybody much aloha and light.